Hey folks, welcome back to Dan's Auto Diagnostics and Repair. As you can see behind me, we have a Troy built riding lawnmower. This was not given to me, but it was given to me in place of what should have been given to me when I tried to buy a refrigerator off this guy. Got it home, it didn't work, so he made it right and just gave me something else he had, which was this lawnmower. He said he took it apart and didn't know how to put anything back together, and the spindles were locked up anyway. So the deck came with it. Seems like both belts are there, pulleys working, springs are good. Came with these spindles, and that one's locked up. The other one, the shaft just fell right out. But seems we got the front hanger there. It goes in there. And then two quick locks. So seems like everything's there. So I purchased a couple parts. Let's open them up. Alright, these should be the spindles. And there it is. See if they're the same here. Oh, looks good to me. In this box should be the blades. Alright, there we go. That's two set of two in there. Whoa! Almost lost a foot. Alright, so we're going to try to put her together and make her work. I'll give you a good look at the deck before I put it up on the bench over there. Doesn't look too horrible. It's a 42-inch cut, and you know, bottom's got some rust on it. Maybe they just used it for mulching. Looks like this is the chutes closed off there. We'll see what's going on there. But yeah, that's the bottom. Like I said, I don't know much about this mower. The only thing I know is that the main unit does run, goes in forward and reversed. Looks like it's got all the actuating arms and belts that I need to run this deck. So yeah, it'd be good for a little second mower, or, you know, doing something in the backyard. We got it up on the bench now. I'm going to start with putting in these spindles here. And normally I would wash this all off, pressure wash everything, make it look all nice, but let's just see if we got all the parts and everything works. So on with the new spindles first. Put it on this side. Put that there, put the bolts in underneath. Alright, that's one side. I think it's going to be easier to perform this task with the deck hanging over the table. That way I can just get this right in there. and reach right under and bolt it up. Yeah, that's easier. Work smarter, not harder, I guess. All right, that one's on. Time to put the blades on. These spindles came with grease zerks on them, and I made sure that mine was to the outside of the mower deck in case I wanted to sneak under the side with a grease gun. It's easier to get than it would be all up under here. So all right, let's get the blades on. Comes with a nice little safety cap so it doesn't damage your threads. New blade. Boom, and a big nut. Alright, let's put the deck on the actual mower. I routed the belt to my best of my knowledge, of course. Looks right. So now, before we put this deck on, I'm going to go ahead and just put on the pulley covers, and then we'll see if she's got everything we need to match her up. Gotta make sure these belts are on. This belt came off. Oh, the other side too. Look at this in here. When you put these on, you gotta make sure that that belt is in the groove, because you'll have to take these bolts back out. They can't sneak past the cover in here. So they kind of hold that belt in place there. Alright, covers are on. Belt's going all the way around the pulley. Little brakes are on there. Alright, I think she's time to bolt up. I'm just going to go ahead and sneak her underneath there. I'm going to get my little front connection. This is actually my first project on the new asphalt. I just poured 6 tons of fine asphalt millings. And then a buddy of mine was a blessing and let me use his tractor right there, Ford 77 Oh Bravo. That machine was good to me. It took care of the job. So now I got a little pad over here, little pad over here. Now I really just need a compactor, or just keep rolling over it. I don't know. But let's get back on this lawnmower and see if we can't put her together. Alright, looking under here, looks to me like we got this little springy pin that goes up into here. Same way on the other side. Just gotta come in here and connect the belt. and then connect that front hook thing right up in there, and this should be good. I don't know how I can film that. We'll see if we can get some of that. Before I can connect that, I'm going to connect the cable that engages the belt for the blades. Gotta hook that up in there, and then hook the belt up. I pulled the deck out a little bit so you can see what I've done here. So this just hooks around that little hole right in there, and then the back, you just pull the cable in and just hook it up just like that. And then this right here operates the belt, the blades. She's working. Now we'll stuff her out underneath and connect these. Hook up this belt first. All right, that's hooked in. Now I'll be hooking these up. I need 2 hands for that. All right, before we put those pins in the back, we're gonna put this on first, because if we put the pins on in the back, it's gonna be difficult to put this on, because this has got to come forward a bit. You see this flat spot here that goes up in the notch. Get that washer out of the way. It goes right up in this notch. And you pull it like that, and then you pull this forward to go down in the slots. And do all this with one hand, so filming's kind of crappy. I know you guys get the point here. All right, that's in. Now we can go to the back and lift those up. There's one, and there's two. Looks like it's working. All right. Feels like the belts are working. Yeah, seem to be applied. Let's take her for a rip. All right, we're out in the grass, moment of truth. I got her all the way on high for this. Let's engage. That didn't sound right. We got the belt came off. Let's see what we can do about this. Hopefully this is the right belt. It might need some kind of apparatus that keeps this on that we may not have. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, try it again. Oh, that don't sound good. Something's banging. We got to figure that out. As of right now, I can't see anything hitting. I hear the noise, but I don't know. I can't see anything. I might have to put it up on the quick jacks, get her in the air, maybe set this up on a small tripod, film it, and see if I can rewind the tape, look at, see what's hitting, because I can't see anything. We'll figure it out. Alright, I put her up on the ramp here in the front. And for the back, had to whip out the bad land jack. Got the S in the air, so I think we found the problem. I don't really understand how it could be hitting that hard. But if you see this belt, camera's getting a little foggy. I just brought it from inside the house, and yeah, that happens. But there's that. I think it might just be a belt pounding in there, because when I release the tension and I roll the blades underneath, nothing hitting. Blades are not hitting anything underneath. So I'm gonna get a new belt for this thing, and I'll get back to you when I do. If you're lucky enough to have the belt still intact for the most part on the mower, then you can cut it and measure it. So I got mine on the floor here. You just stretch it out, measure it with a tape. Mine's about 96 inches, so that's about 8 feet long. When I was looking for belts online, they were coming in 60.5 inches and no, 109 inches and 96.5. So we know the 96.5 is going to be our guy, not the 60 inches, which is only 5 feet. We'd be tons short, but it says it's for our mower, so best if you measure that stuff. Here we are, a couple days later. We got the new belt. So I'm going to take the deck off. I probably won't film that because I already showed you guys how to do it. Just got a couple of your quick releases here. She'll come down. So I'm going to get that deck on the bench. Alright, so this should be at least an 8-footer. And it seems like it is. I'm going to take these covers off. I'm going to pull this, because this little brake here. Set that back in. Come around this little brake. This is a difficult one. I may have to take this pulley off. Pull that up. Hopefully I don't have the same problem. Yep, you're gonna have to take them both off, I guess. Oh boy, got a nut under here that I have to hold. Let's see if I can get that. I don't wanna hurt the belt by trying to sneak back there. So we got a nut under here we're going to have to hold. There we go. Looks like I got another nut under the deck to hold, but the belt's on. Just gotta put these covers back on. That was a little tough. All right, flip her over. There we go. Everybody's tight. Belt's on. I'm going to put the deck back on and see what we got. All right, the deck is back on. Moment of truth. Let's roll her outside and see what we got. We're here in the grass now. Let's see. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. No pounding. So we rejuvenated the lawnmower. Everything's all good. I just cut the grass, so I'm gonna have to go all the way in back and test this out on a piece of grass back there. Let's see if it cuts grass. Oh yeah, she cuts grass just fine. Let's put this one up for sale. And that's about it. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I'm up to like 310 or something like that. I haven't checked it today, but you guys are doing great. Keep on subscribing, keep on hitting that like button, and I'll see you on the next one.